Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All, educational videos channel. We are finally continuing with making Scratch tutorials and continuing where we left off very long time ago. And today in this video we are going to learn how and when to use Scratch block, which is named username. I think we will explain that one now. And again, sorry for big pause and not making videos in meantime, but although I have fixed some kind of problems with my computer and reinstalled Windows, it is still not fast as it should be. Okay, so let's see when and how to use username Scratch block. But before that, because I made a long pause, let me try to see what is happening here with the game. Okay, this rock should disappear and these trees should disappear on the last two levels, I think. Yeah, other than that, I think I remember everything else. We had three characters, two girls and one boy. The boy was going to make a concert and he needed a microphone, so Cat should talk first to boy to get quest from him to get microphone, then talk to this girl and help her with her homework to get the microphone, then go back to the boy, which is impossible right now in this way, but we will fix that later also. And then with microphone she should go back to the boy, then go to this girl to take, I think, music player or something like that, and then concert should start. Okay, let me stop this and let me check. Yeah, I have seen that this girl and this girl, they are behind the trees. Even this guy should be behind, but somehow he's in front because I probably changed that accidentally. But this girl is behind the trees and this girl is behind the trees on the third level. That's obvious, and I don't want that to happen. I want to see her in front of the trees, so I will fix that now and explain the username Scratch block. Okay, so I'm clicking on the tree Scratch sprite, and I'm going to say when I start as a clone, I want to go to the looks Scratch blocks group and find some block which says front back layer. Here it is. Go to front. No, I want to go to back layer. So now when trees are made as clones, they should always be behind the characters. Yes, we can see that is working right now as expected. And the only thing I want to change here a little bit is this girl's position on the second level. This is a Nina dance girl. I want her to be a little bit to the left, like this. Okay, let me check that. This is all working. Yeah, now it's working all cool. Okay, we fixed one problem. We have to fix those trees to go to disappear in level 5 and level 6. I think you should be able to do that alone. We have done that before. If not, I will do that in next video or later. And also this rock, original rock, should disappear. Okay, now let's go finally to username Scratch block, which is one of the sensing blocks. So click on the blue group and go all the way to up to the bottom and find username, and here it is. But before that I also want to drag this girl here to be closer for easier selection. So I have cat, butterfly, dancing kid, Anina dance, and Avery girl, because I want these characters to I want them to be one of the first, so I can select them faster. And I want to use username where I want when I click on this rapper kid on the second level and start talking to him, I want him to say instead that was too fast, let me do it again. When I click on him, instead of him saying hello cat, hello there cat, how are you doing, this was too fast. Okay, 2 seconds. First let me change that to 3 seconds. Hello there cat, how are you doing. I want to change this hello there cat, so instead of this guy saying hello there cat, I want him to tell cat's username. In my personal case, my username is this K for all. That's your username for the Scratch, the one which you use to log into Scratch and to make your own Scratch projects. So in your case it won't be K for all, it will be something else. But I want that guy to tell, to ask, to greet the cat with its username. So in your case it will be something else. In my case it will be K for all. Okay, so instead of say hello there cat, how are you doing, I will make another one which will go say hello, and I now have to find username block, which is one of the sensing blocks, the last at the bottom, and drag that block here. I can click and drag and drop it into this block, you can see that, and if we detach the previous one and attach this one, it will work, but he will only say username K for all, and then he will ask the question later, can you help me, yes or no. So K for all, I don't want I want him to say my username, but I want him to say also hello there username, how are you. So I want him to say hello there like this, hello, and then username together with hello, and then how are you. So those are 3 small sentences: hello, username, how are you. I can try to use one of the previous block which we have learned before. If you remember, one of the operators blocks, join, and try to use that one. So I want him to say hello and username, click and drag it here, and then click and drag this join into hello. So you have say and then join hello username for 2 seconds. Let me test that and see what happens next. Hello K for all. Okay, this one is looking better, but still not good. And what else what other problem we have here? When I click on him, look how words are close together. Hello K for all as one word. There is no space between those two words. Let me show you that again. Hello K for all, and that is confusing, and I want some kind of space here, so I will click on this first word hello, and press the space bar 1, or you can do it 2, 3, 4 times. I will do it only 1. I think it will be enough. And now let me test the game. Hello K for all. Okay, so this is cool, this works, but I also want this part. How are you doing? How to do that? I can maybe click and make this as another sentence. How are you doing? But I don't want that to happen. I don't want to put that below this. I want that to somehow put into this. Again, just use another join operator. So we have explained that before. I will delete this one, we don't need it, and I will drag 2 or 3 join blocks, operators blocks, green one, and they are called join, and they are used when you want to join 1 or 2 or more words or variables. We have learned what variables are before and so on. So if you want, for example, to this username is also variable. We have explained that before because of this oval shape, but if I copy it a couple of times, you can see how I can join it 2 variables here, or if I need 3 variables, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix this join with this join block. So I'm now drag and dropping one join block into the other, and now instead of only 2 fields which I have here, I now have how many? 3. If I need 4, you just add and add and add more and more join blocks. In my case, I need 3, right? I need to say join hello cat, and then I want to say how are you. Again, because okay, I'll first show you like this, drag and drop it here. I will delete this not to confuse you, and this and this and this. And what have I made here? I have made a block which says join these words hello, then username, which is in my case K for all, then how are you. So we had 3 small sentences. I will add 1 more comma, and now let me attach all of this to try it in Scratch window. Hello K for all, how are you? Okay, this was, first of all, this was too fast, so I'm going to change, instead of 2, I will type 4 seconds. Hello K for all, how are you? This looked fine more or less, but not perfect. Why? Because K for all word is again stacked up on the next word, which is how. You can see how K for all and how are made as one word, and I don't want that. Those are 2 words, like here, cat and how are you. There must be some space between that, and because I cannot add space on username, I can click on it but I cannot enter it, but I can click on how and make, again, press space bar to make 1 space. If you want more, press it 2, 3, 4 times, as many times as you want. I will press it once and let me see if it works. Hello K for all, how are you? I also need maybe 1 ending point or something like that, or maybe exclamation mark, and I think that will be it for this video. Hello K for all, how are you? I have a problem, can you help me, yes or no? Yes. Great, I needed to go to the Nina and take a microphone from her. Okay, so this works, great. And you can see, you can add this username and hello and how are you, same on this girl too, and maybe on this girl too. We don't have any kind of action interaction for her, but that can be good practice to add same block on her. Okay, a few more just things here. First I will delete this one, we don't need it anymore. And again, what we have done here is we use this username variable, which if I click on it, it will say K for all. It will say my username, which I used for Scratch to make my Scratch account. That's your username if you have Scratch account, sorry. And I use that variable, which will always be K for all in my case, to make some kind of greeting from this boy here. So every time I click on him, he will greet me with my username. Hello, K for all, how are you? And that is only one case which made sense for me and my game to use it here in this way. But other than that, where you can use your username, this was a pretty simple example, but you can use it in some more complex username variables are used in some kind of more complex examples, like when you start your game, for example, if your game maybe not Scratch game but real world games like Minecraft or some multiplayer games where you have your account which you have to pay for it, like for Minecraft and so on. So you will have your unique original username, and you have to first log into your Minecraft account or something like that to play it. And that in that case you should make some kind of code, some kind of program which will check if username is for example, if in my case K for all, so if username is K for all and password is that and that and that, then let this guy play this game. And it's also pretty much simple in terms of checking, like this drag and drop operators, which the one which checks the equality and say if username is K for all, then go to control and pick if else and drag this one and say if username is K for all, then this guy can play this game, else if it's not, ban him from the server, kick him away. So simple as that. But again, as I said, in real world games like Minecraft, like I don't know, League of Legends or so on, where you have millions and millions of players, then you will have to make some kind of database, and this code will enter the database and check if there is a username K for all, and that for big games that can be tricky in terms of security and checking all of the millions and millions of players. So that's it in terms of what I meant by it could be complex. And of course someone can try to hack your username and hack your password and so on, so you will have to make some kind of check for password also and so on. Okay, so that was one case, again, example for how you can use your username which is unique to you and Scratch account. And maybe we will make some kind of check like this in future videos, but it will need a whole new tutorial for that. Okay, that's it for this video. I'm very happy and glad that I'm back and that channel is growing slowly, so type the comments and type what kind of tutorial you need. I think we have maybe 10 or 15 more Scratch blocks, and after that I will try to make Blender tutorials, Game Maker tutorials, and also Scratch tutorials, but more game oriented. And that's it for this video. Bye and thanks for watching.